Okay, roll for it.
With my invisible rapier. He's not even going to see the attack coming.
Somehow the stream stopped, so I have to restart it.
Oh.
And since, just real quick question. Since my rapier is invisible, will that count as sneak attack?
The first time it's used in an area, yes.
Okay. Then.
Good God, this purple one is weighted or some crap because it's only rolling 2s and 1s.
Oh, there we are. So here we go. Come on. No. Never mind. I got a 10.
Yeah, it doesn't hit it.
So weird. I wonder when that stopped.
Oh, do we need to stop, by the way?
No. Well,
wait.
No.
Invisible, would I get an advantage since he can't dodge something that he can't see?
He's not attempting to dodge. He's more focused on hitting you guys.
Okay.
But you would have been able to apply the sneak attack damage because they wouldn't know that they're getting hit. But well, if you got to reset the stream or something, that would be a good time for like a pee break.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'll reset it.
Okay. Because I
there is no reason why. Whoa, the pain and the pleasure all come together. There's no reason why. Don't play that. I got my demons, they don't know I'm fierce enough to let them go. It's like a fire, a stranglehold. I wish I was invincible.
Today, Nasada sends off a ship to the moon for a so-called test, but something seems wrong.
Did you see that explosion in the sky? Word from Nasada is this was all part of the plan.
My whole life, I thought my father abandoned me.
He had to leave.
For my own good? You know, that has never made sense to me.
He was needed.
Yeah, I needed him here. How long have you known?
6 years?
What?
It's when I started training.
Three on one, you beat on my boys. How'd you think this was gonna go, kid?
Tommy!
There ain't no heroes, nobody coming to save you. It's just me.
My name's Tyler Bueno, and I play Kirk Schuyler in Who We Really Are.
I'm Brandon Shane, and I play Tim Sanchez.
I'm Speed Washington, and I play the character of Melissa.
My name's Robin Dawn, and I play Aaron.
My name is Dallas Grant, and I play Donovan. My name is Quentin Huckabee, and I play Garrett.
Hi, my name is Caleb Lynn, and I play Gregory Pops Holmes in the upcoming production of Who We Really Are.
Spent so many hours just trying to write this stupid first page.
He relates. I think he's relatable. He has a lot of dreams.
The third thing about Tim, I really like the relationship him and Kurt have, and also he's, a ladies' man.
The favorite thing about Pops is he's a really down-to-earth guy. He really understands where he comes from. He's got a firm grasp on his beliefs, and I really, really respect that.
My favorite thing about Melissa that she is strong, because I don't know, it shows more that she's real and that we all have faults, and we end up sometimes slipping back into those faults, but there are times when we can get out of them. So she doesn't use it as a backbone, but it's something that she's afraid of, and she tries to move forward from it.
He's actually someone I've never played before, but I kind of relate because he gets fixated on things. And I know he kind of comes off as a jerk, but he's not trying to. He's a working person.
I like how sarcastic she is. Makes it a really fun role to play.
I really like his arc and the journey that he kind of takes throughout the play.
But should people come see the show? Well, it's always good to support local talent, isn't it?
Gives you opening to someplace that's real. It's someplace that we a lot in Midwest don't address.
We talk about homelessness, we talk about domestic abuse, we talk about purpose. I think anybody who comes to the show, doesn't matter if you have faith or not, could really pull something from this.
It's about real people, real things, and real situations that happen. So it's really cool to get to see that in a stage and see people problem solve real life.
To find my way.
Ask all of my friends and they'll tell you I'm the nicest, but not if you're in mother freaking ISIS.
Hi, my name is Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow. Well, I'm a point guard. I got shoe game and everything.
Be gone, fuck!
You either buckle down and do your work or you'll end up at McDonald's.
We going to McDonald's if I don't do my work?
No!
When your mom's being a bitch.
You can have your skateboard back tomorrow.
Shut up!
Oh shit! Oh shit! No! Hell no! Go fetch! Go!
Hey Susan, want to go for a ride in my new Chrysler? Aren't you a sex offender?
But that place is haunted. Ghosts prey on fear. Just be confident.
I'm not scared! I am not a pussy!
Okay, so ain't nobody gonna teach me how to whip, right? Fuck all of y'all. All of y'all can go suck a caterpillar dick.
She's still alive.
I'll do some magic. Magic? Charles, it says talent.
Dudes these days is turning soft. Like, I don't understand. Me, I stay hard. Like, I get them killers on you in a second if you cross me.
Let's flip it!
I should have left you on that street corner where you were standing. But you didn't.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
I love you, bitch. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
I'll be okay if I get one. If I had one wish, we'd be best friends.
Chris, what's up, dog?
You pretty trash.
Jumping off the roof. Really?
What?
Oh, no,
Dude, what?
no,
Chris,
no,
what the hell? No, Chris!
Hey, I want to be famous.
Hold on, something's coming out of here. Look, there's a bird, dude. It knows what's good. I'm telling you, I just heard it inside.
Is that a dog in a car? Hey, hey! Where'd you learn to drive? What?
Are you okay? Yeah. That's interesting. But what is also interesting is that I don't give a shit.
I don't know why you're mad at me. You got April Fools. Dude, I got you good. You did.
Dude, what the fuck? This is your area. You can't do that, dude.
I like running through white people neighborhoods with my shot.
I'm gonna steal all your stuff.
New Year's Eve, New Year's me. Got him. Bah!
Turn up, where's the bitch?
I need dating help. No, really, I need dating help. I'm joking. Be yourself.
Hey. Oh. So you're gonna poke right here. Alright. Good for
I ain't here to talk. I'm ready to whip your ass. Then what's up? What's up?
Got an eggplant patch right there. I'm sure you know why. Is your dick? That's my favorite veggie.
If your parents ground you for getting bad grades, hide a glass of milk in their room and let that shit curdle.
I just googled what slay means. What the heck? I do not kill people. I promise I do not slay.
I like buttholes. Stop it!
It's a hard knock.
Alright, we gotta go pick Dylan up before we go. Oh, Dylan's coming? I know, he's probably in a fucking tank top or something. What the fuck are they?
Does anyone here have a nickname they would like to go by? Young Bobo. No.
Would you stop it? Stop doing things on the pod!
You're so fucking stupid. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but a crowbar would do it so much quicker.
Hey, I always get the vibe that you, like, hate me or something. What? Me hate you? You're right.
Mom, can you pass me my drink, please? Sure, honey, here you go. Mom, drink it, pussy.
1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so.
What do you want from me? Please.
I'm gonna change this car from red to black.
Did it work?
No. My heart bleeds black blood for you, and it's like a lock that will never be unchained.
You may now speak.
Baby, you know that I miss you. I wanna get with you tonight, but I cannot, baby girl. And
Something?
Just chilling with my cousin. He got hit by the fan.
Brian,
Yeah?
do you want to go to the dance with me?
No. What the fuck is a penny right there? Oh, shit!
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Meow, meow, wait. Oh, meow, meow, get up. No, he did. Oh, shit, meow, meow, I thought she was dead.
Wow.
Oh, dude. Like, she straight up murdered them ponies, though.
Oh,
I just found the stats for ponies.
I love how the fact that, like, when I made her for my campaign, like a long time ago, like, she was just a guardian of this other character, and and now you've got her eating ponies and horses. I'm just like, oh, okay.
These hungers.
All right. So anyone who's watching the stream, I do apologize. Somehow it stopped working. For some reason, like, you only missed like a couple of minutes if you were watching. Basically what happened is we went down to the dragon pit. Milo lockpicked, realizing he had lockpicks, went down and lockpicked the doors, and then now we're fighting skeletons. So yeah, let's jump back into it.
Let's get right into it. Let's get right. Milo, you miss the skeleton with your rapier, but it's just because you were attempting a strike on its critical mass, but it kind of went through its rib cage and pierced its clothing. and you like pulled your sword back, and it didn't make contact with its flesh or with its bones.
So I'm gonna use my bonus action to like dash away.
Okay.
Uh,
It's a
get-
pretty
like,
small
get
room,
some-
but you
get-
can. Yeah.
Between me and
Yeah, you managed to get like probably like 10 feet away from everyone. It's a moderately sized room, but you're able to kind of like sidestep back a couple times.
Yeah.
And then, Kanan, it's your turn.
Yay!
If that's the end of your move. Mylianopolis.
All right. I am going to go at the one. Is that one that attacked me? Is that still being like held down by Sinri's move?
She
Oh no,
she
he
messed
got
up.
out of it.
Oh.
Yeah, he. Whenever the hands came out
Yeah.
out of the ground, the bones kind of like disassembled just enough so that the hands missed, and then they
Oh.
went back into the ground.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for the one that attacked me with my greatsword.
Okay. Yeah, that one's looking at Sinri. Anyways.
That one's 19.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is.
Okay. And then that is 16 points of damage.
Oh my god, you would have killed a healthy one in one strike. It's the finishing move
That's for that one or for all of it?
for one of the skeletons.
Okay.
The one you're attacking.
Okay. So I just kind of like run up and just slice it down the middle.
The blade slices through the bones so much so that like they don't even split. They don't have time to splinter. It's almost a clean cut all the way through.
Man.
And then the bones kind of fall to the ground.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go for the closest one next. Whichever one that is.
That would be the one that is that did attack Milo.
That probably didn't hit because that is a 10.
Yeah, it didn't.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're carrying the momentum from the other one on the swing, but it hits like his shoulder plate and takes his shoulder plate off.
Gotcha.
But it like doesn't damage him.
Okay.
And then the next one is, if that's the end of your turn.
I believe, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. The last one to go is the skeleton who rolled a 1. He's real late to the fight. He's on the other side of the table, and he kind of has stumbled his way onto the table, and he pulls out his short bow, and he pulls it back to shoot at Zenri.
Oh!
Oh god, I can't remember which dice actually rolls high.
Oh well.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
No, okay.
That's good.
He shoots, and it just goes past you, and kind of like bounces off the cobblestone walls. And that was the end of his turn. You murdered the one that got to go first, so it immediately jumps down to you, Zenri.
Oh, perfect. Okay, dumb question. So I was looking at my spell, and it said casting time 1 bonus action. So could I try to do my attacks and then do one of my spells? Or this spell?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go to the far end one, way over there. Walk up to him. I'm gonna use my daggers. Since I've got 2 attacks, so I'm gonna just roll. Give me a second. Hold on. Does a 12 or a dirty 20 hit?
The dirty 20, yes, but the 12 does not.
Okay. So, with that one, it takes 8 damage, and then I also want to cast Hunter's Mark on that one as well.
Alrighty. One second. Right into the news.
So question, because I did hit it with a weapon attack, and because I cast it, does it take damage this turn or next turn?
It'll take damage this turn. Whenever you do that, your eyes, like everyone else can notice this, but for you it doesn't. The only thing that you see is the skeleton kind of becomes the only thing that you can see, and your eyes like glow yellow and like kind of dark red orange aura comes out from the sides of your eyes, like kind of dark and red orange. What type of damage would you like done to this one?
Well, let's
Would
see.
you
It's
like
a
what type
1d6
of damage
extra damage, but
actually, I was gonna allow you to do the type, like electric,
Oh,
fire, slashing, bludgeoning.
I feel like maybe bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty. Since this is the final blow, kind of and I'm assuming you're attacking the one on the table, right?
Yes.
Okay. You hit him, and he took damage from that and kind of stumbled backwards, and then a projection of a hammer kind of appears in the air above him.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
And you can kind of control it with your mind to do the finishing blow.
Ooh. Okay, so what I do is since the hammer is there, I imagine it just crushing it flat like dust.
Nice. So the hammer kind of rears back and then hits the skeleton right on the top of the armor, and it pancakes him to the table, causing the table to creak. But the bones that were underneath the hammer part kind of poof out into an explosion of dust.
Whoa! Yes.
Nice.
And that only leaves the skeleton that is attacking Milo. He notices that you guys have already taken out the other two pretty much with ease, so he goes into a bit of a frenzy.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, little buddy. He charges Milo for a grapple.
Huh?
Oh, he's
Oof.
Oh, what?
I feel like he's trying to say something.
What?
I'm gonna kick him.
Lassie, he's the old man fell down the well.
He'll come back.
There he is. Are you there?
I am here now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of terrible.
So what happened?
The skeleton went into a frenzy and charged you, and he got an 18.
Okay.
So he kind of grabs onto you and pulls out his sword to do kind of a quick attack, but he'll have to do that on his next turn since he only gets one action. So next is you, actually. So that's actually perfect timing.
Yeah, and then while he's trying to do that, yeah, I just kind of swipe at him with my rapier.
Okay.
17.
Oof, yeah. Ye got him.
And
what the skeletons would have been doing if you would have figured out the puzzle instead of breaking through the door.
God dang it. And that does 6 points of damage. And then can I have...
You could have the sneak attack bonus since you haven't hit anyone with the sword yet.
Oh, good.
It's pretty much the first strike gets sneak attack.
So a total of 14 points of damage.
Dang.
That just barely clears it. So it's also the final blow.
Oh!
We each got one. Dope.
So basically what I want to do is while he's grabbing me and like I picture him like rearing back with one of his hands, and I just kind of get my rapier up and go straight from it through his head, like the top of his head, like through the jaw. So like, chow, get him out of there.
Ciao.
Well, it slides in with much ease, and you can even see that his helmet lifts up a little bit from where the rapier poked all the way through his skull, and his sword arm falls to the side and then disassembles and falls to the ground.
And then I just kind of like fall and I brush myself off and it's like, okay, I guess we can get on with whatever we're doing down here.
And the door on the right kind of has been knocked open at this point from all the fighting. Which you pick the lock, and so it just opens up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, this door's open. Shall we see what lies inside?
Sure. Let's head in, but be cautious.
Absolutely. So I cautiously like door and like poke my head in to enter.
It leads into another room that appears to be like the kitchen, where the food is mainly cooked. So there's a stove top. There's a couple more skeletons lying around in here, and there is another door across the room, and a few pantries.
Before we proceed, I would like to check the. I would like to check the pantries.
Okay. As you kind of like open them up, the doors creak like, and there's a few seasonings in there that the bottles seem a little bit newer than what they probably should.
Okay.
But you've got some salt, some pepper, some like allspice, a few cloves of garlic, and there's a loaf of stale bread kind of pushed to the back.
Okay.
Gross.
It seems someone's been here fairly recently. Besides these skeletons. So I say we proceed with caution. And if there are any more tricks coming up, then we...
The last room was in indication.
If we have a...
What?
Absolutely. Well, judging by how the skeletons reacted last room, I wouldn't trust that these skeletons wouldn't do the same thing. So let's be on our guard. Hello?
Right. You.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
So we proceed to the next room.
Yes.
The door is locked.
All right. Well,
How about we find a key this time?
Okay.
And as you say the word key, on the stovetop, like you hear a click, 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 and then a fire kind of erupts out of it, but it is like a purplish blue fire. And a skeleton head appears in the flames and goes, "Key? That's just the magic word."
Of course.
Okay.
So, you boys and girls wants to find out what's down in this hole, hopefully for the greater good. Am I right, folks? And you hear, like, in the distance, like, ah, ah, and, like, clapping. He's like, ha ha ha, well, settle down, folks. First of all, these intrepid adventurers will have to figure out the mystery of what killed these skeletons.
okay.
Do we have to do that?
Yes, we.
Well, if you'd like the door to open.
Oh. Of course, I'm really.
I said, all.
Give it up for this one, folks.
I say, all right. We'll accept this challenge, and I go over to investigate the skeletons, see if maybe there's some sort of like clues.
One of them kind of has like common garb on,
okay.
And it's near the pantry, and then the other two are at the table. One of them has a goblet in his hand, and the other one's like laying forward on the table.
Okay.
Hmm. Well, what do we know about these skeletons? Well, they're dead, for one.
They could have died from food poisoning, possibly. There were seasonings.
They are in the kitchen.
Well, there were seasonings in the cabinet and a stale loaf of bread. There was some garlic.
Perhaps they're vampires.
And whenever you make that joke, you can kind of hear, like, in the distance, like, a group of people, like, a laugh track, pretty much.
Yeah. God dang it.
All right. Is there anything on the table? Well, actually, I want to investigate the goblet, see if there's anything in there.
Alrighty. Whenever you head over to the goblet, it's a gold goblet that has red jewels along the sides of it, but one of the red jewels is missing from it.
Oh.
And it does still have a liquid inside of it that is super like moldy and has like debris and crap in it from the ceiling.
I don't have it, do I? No, I don't. God. Damn. Would a skeleton be considered a creature?
Depends on what you're trying to do.
I want to cast Lesser Restoration on one of them to see if they were poisoned.
Okay, go ahead and cast it.
Okay. So I walk over and I'm gonna go for the one that's got its head on the table, or laying forward.
And whenever you go to cast Lesser Restoration on it, the spirit that you normally have, the aura that you've come to know as the healing aura, comes out of your hand like usual and goes into the back of the skeleton's head, and forms into a tongue.
Wow.
and you can hear the skeleton as it's laying there. It's like,
What was that?
it wasn't me.
Oh.
But it's just constantly repeating it.
All right.
And you can tell that, like, he was afflicted by a stab wound.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at this. This one keeps saying, it wasn't me. He was stabbed. We're missing a jewel from that goblet.
Perhaps this one was accused of stealing the jewel.
Possibly.
And that's why they all ended up dead, because of some sort of altercation.
Well, it could be. It could be that
Are you...
the one with the stab wound was accused of stealing and was killed first, and then the one with the goblet was possibly the one who was the one who killed him, but the other man could have been the one who stole it, and somehow they all killed each other.
Yeah, that's...
The skull on the counter is like, well, folks, they're off to a great start. And it kind of like does a spin in midair. And it's like, well, to help you on your way, I'll unlock the rest of the doors. But before you can get down to the dragon, you'll have to solve what happened.
So he unlocked the rest of the doors, but not this one.
Yeah, this door too.
Okay.
It opens up and it just kind of leads down a hallway.
Okay, so we have to solve what happened with them still, or what?
Yes.
Okay.
To like all of the skeletons in the area, pretty much.
Oh, okay. But we can proceed.
Yes.
Okay.
He unlocked the door so you could find more clues.
Okay. Well, then that's what I will do. I will head forward.
Kind of as you cross the border of the doorway, the hallway, which is like a long hallway with like holes along the sides that look like windows. As you step through it, it switches so that it looks like it's raining outside, like thundering and lightning outside.
Okay.
And the windows have glass. The room is like fixed back up, and there's a nice red carpet that leads down the whole thing. And there's the candelabras on the sides are lit.
All right. So it's clearly telling us something.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we are in a cavern of some sort. This is all an illusion.
It's just an illusion.
And proceed forward.
And I'm like, you think that, the other three skeletons that we kind of mercilessly just kind of murdered, do you think they were trying to tell us something and we just kind of didn't pay attention?
Possibly. But that doesn't matter now. We need to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that?
Nothing. I thought I saw something, and I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say if okay, I was about to say since Milo was trying to lockpick, they said it wasn't fair, and that's when they came after us. I thought I saw that. Did I not see that?
You saw that.
Maybe I'm tripping.
No, that
Okay.
was right.
Yeah.
But it's because it's a game.
Right. We might have missed something in the beginning.
We might have. But
I mean, can't turn back time now, so I guess we just move forward and see about finding some other clues.
we need to stop talking. We're making Wyatt sing over there. Oh. So yeah, wait. Head forward.
Alright. As you guys all cross the threshold, the kitchen behind you pretty much refurbishes itself to like what it originally looked like. And it looked like a Victorian castle kitchen setup. And the two skeletons kind of sit up in their places. And they're like frozen pretty much, where one of them has its hand on the table that was like laying face down, and the other one has the goblet held up.
Okay.
Well, let's carry on, move forward.
Alrighty. Well, the whole way it feels like there's heat coming from the floor as well. Like it's a nice house. It just is a big manor pretty much.
Okay.
But at the end of the hall, there's another door that opens up into a library.
Okay.
And it's fully refurbished and looks nice. All of the books look new. There's a fireplace roaring. And the skeleton head actually appears in the fireplace, kind of like spinning and then turning the flames purple, and was like, on to round 2. And there is a skeleton that is wearing like raggedy old butler attire, holding a platter. And then there's another skeleton laying on the couch, and she's in like a sequin dress.
Oh.
All right, and you want us to figure out how they died as well.
That would be nice, because then I can finally leave this place.
All right.
Oh.
So we're in the library. There's a butler and a lady in a sequin dress on the couch. Is the butler? You said the butler was holding a platter, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. I say I'm gonna go look at the. I'll walk over to the butler and look at see what's on the platter.
It is like makeup and a small mirror.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything by the lady?
There's another drink. It's just in kind of like a champagne glass.
Okay.
And she's facing away from the butler, kind of looking towards the fire.
Well, I want to just search the room to see if I can pick up any clues.
There's a large amount of books on the bookshelves. It's kind of a crescent moon shaped room with the fireplace next to a big set of windows that looks out into a very dark garden that there's like rain and lightning outside.
Okay.
There's another like double doorway underneath the stairs, and you guys are like on the second floor. There's a banister that kind of overlooks the whole thing, and in the middle of the room is where the butler and the chick is.
Okay. I check to see if there's any noticeable damage or wounds on the two skeletons.
Well, the butler doesn't have any noticeable wounds. His shoes are like extremely raggedy compared to the rest of him, because the rest of him looks like it's been pretty well maintained over the years. And the lady has blood around her collar.
Oh.
It's super dry blood, but
Yeah. And I say, well, I really can't see anything on the butler, but this lady has blood, like dried blood around the collar, so perhaps she suffered some sort of injury to her neck area.
Possibly. No,
Let me think.
Cindery, what do you think?
Would say if you had enough bells to try to do, I don't know what you did before with the other ones, but if you can't, then let's look around for more clues then. Maybe. Maybe, here's a thought. Maybe her makeup was poisoned, because the butler's holding makeup and a small mirror, and I guess she has blood around her collar, so maybe she was poisoned by whatever makeup that was, and it bled onto her dress from her collar, so something on her face. Possibility.
I thought about that too. But that only answers how she died. How did he die?
You said there was nothing on the butler, right, Wyatt?
Raggedy shoes.
like extremely raggedy shoes, and also the skull. Now that you guys are all kind of investigating, the skull seems to be malformed, almost like the jaw is like kind of really big and off to the side, and the temple is like misshapen, but not like blunt force trauma hit it or anything. It looks like it was naturally like that.
That's on the butler or the woman?
The butler.
I mean, what if he got mad for the lady of the house, poisoned her makeup, and she died, and while he was standing here, because maybe he accidentally touched it and then it happened, maybe, based on what his face looks like, maybe he was a little bit slower. Maybe she tried to seduce him.
The theory that you had.
Could possibly be.
The theory that you had about him being upset. Maybe the butler was in love with her and she didn't find him that way, found him, repulsive, and so he poisoned her makeup. Or he was trying to make himself look better for her and she looked away from him because he was ugly. And maybe he poisoned the drink on the table and that poison made her cough up blood. And maybe that's why the blood is on her collar.
But I mean, if she would have coughed up blood, it might have been around her mouth as well.
Maybe.
She's a skeleton, though. So even if it was on her skin, it would have disintegrated.
Oh.
Mystery, drama. Will they
I mean,
figure it out?
it lasts long enough to stain the collar of her dress, so I'd imagine. But it's weird that there's no other signs of blood except for on that.
Are we sure? I know the DM said it was blood, but I'm like, are we sure it's blood and not makeup?
I mean, that's a possibility.
I know the DM said blood, so I'm not gonna go against that. But I'm like, maybe.
The skeleton in the fireplace, of course, is listening to all this, and he's like, "Ooh, good idea. Maybe you should touch it."
Because I am wearing gloves, I do go over there, and I do touch it, and
It comes off as kind of a powdery substance.
Gotcha.
Yep, that's definitely not blood.
And as you kind of like investigate it on your gloved fingers, it looks like the same shade of makeup that was on the platter.
Okay. All right. Well, I think our theory about the makeup and the lady are connected, but it still doesn't solve how he died, unless
maybe maybe it was an accident, and then he had he died of shock.
possibly. Far-fetched idea. Just hear me out. What if he what if he did poison the makeup, put it on her, and then he poisoned the drink to kill himself, and so they died together?
Yeah, that seems like it would make sense.
Or she died, and or other option is I don't know. At this point, I'm stumped.
Or maybe she poisoned him because of the way he looked, and then accidentally got some of the poison on her makeup and died that way.
The skeleton, the fire is kind of dimmed down on the skeleton. He's like, well, maybe, or maybe, they all got shot by lightning. Well, you all have great ideas so far. Let's keep this train rolling. And he opens up the double doors.
Oh God. All right. We proceed to head in.
It leads into a master bedroom. It's set up pretty nice. The whole bedroom is probably the size of a mid-sized house.
Okay.
Wow. And at the base of it, kind of up the stairs in a very fancy bed, is the torso of another skeleton covered up.
Oh.
And fire behind the headboard kind of shows up, and it's the skeleton, or it's the floating skull, and it shows up on the neck of the other one, and was like, "Ooh, feels good to be back in this body." So, let's find out some more clues.
Okay, so there are two bodies in this room. Is that what you said?
There's just one.
One body. Okay.
That's the one in the bed.
Okay. And it's a full body, right? Because you said torso was covered up, so I just want to make sure.
Well, I mean, you guys can see the torso and, of course, the skeleton head that just appeared on top of the body.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I walk over to the skeleton or to the body, and look at it, try to see if there's anything that will give us any sort of indication of how it died.
Well, there's some paperwork on the table that are in like really old scrolls.
Okay.
Next to the bed, along with a few vials and beakers that look like they used to contain like liquids.
Okay. I want to read the papers if I can.
Yeah. There's like 3 of them, and then like a few envelopes. But the one on the top is a will. And the will dictates that the 2 brothers will share the family jewels. The daughter shall receive the home and its associates, and then the wife shall receive the like finances, pretty much. And then the second page is a handwritten note from a doctor proclaiming that the patient has probably like a week or 2 left to live.
Okay. This man was he was dying of illness, and what it sounds like is some of those bodies that we saw previously were ones who were affected by this. There were 2 brothers who got jewels. The daughter, who I assume was the one we saw on the couch, she got the home with the butler, and the wife got their finances.
Maybe it was greed that killed them all.
I think so.
And the lucky lady figured it out. The skeleton head starts like spinning up in the air, and then it kind of explodes with confetti. All the lights go out, but you can still hear his voice, and he's like, "All right, you figured out that greed was the thing that killed my family. Well, you shall be on your way, young adventurers, Milo, Kanan, Sinra. And don't think I forgot you, little puppy." And like a little tiny like eye like a face appears and like sparks, and it kind of winks. And then whenever the lights come back on, you guys are in a room that's like covered in vines. And then there's a big doorway in front of you guys.
Alright.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Okay. Let's take a breath. And I look at the Milo and Scenery, and then I proceed to move forward.
The door is this like bejeweled door, and as you open it up, both doors kind of swing open, and it's this like almost Coliseum, and it has it's a giant crystallized dragon, kind of facing you guys.
Okay.
But in the mouth of it, there is what appears to be somebody like half in the crystals and half out of the crystals, just kind of hanging there limply.
Okay. What part is half out?
The top half.
Okay. And there's no one else, just the crystallized dragon and then the half crystallized person?
Yeah.
Okay. I say hello.
He lifts his head. He goes, You've made it past the quest. Are you here to save me?
Possibly. We were told to come down here and deal with the dragon.
Yes, the dragon here is a defense mechanism created by the vines. I'm sorry, but I have no control. I've lost control of the vines a while ago, and they've created an elaborate scheme to keep the goblins and other adventurers out.
All right, I understand that. Who are you, and how did you end up down here?
It's been quite a while, but there's... And he kind of like leans back a little bit, as much as he can while being stuck in the stone. Also, you get a better look at him because the light from the crystals kind of shine down on him.
Okay.
He's completely bald, like no hair on him at all, and he's shirtless.
Okay.
And he leans back and he goes, "Oh, I've been down here for so long that I can't even remember my own name. But I'm from a different world. This one is so far from mine, I can't even remember. It's cold."
We are as well.
What was your world called?
He doesn't remember.
Oh.
Lee's literally like, I can't even remember what it's called. He's like, okay, so what was it?
Oh.
It's like, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said it was called, and then you cut out. So.
Oh, sorry.
How do we free you from that dragon?
Dang.
There's a I can't tell if it's a woman or a man, but there is singing coming from the core of the roots. The core of the planet is being opened, I think would be the best way to put it. And there's someone singing to aid it. There's someone singing to aid. The roots around me relay information sometimes. They've told me that there's been a couple groups, Rage, the Synthesizers, and a few others that are from different places, but the roots tell me that they want to be free and they want to expand even higher than they already are, and I have dedicated myself to stopping them.
Well, we are one of those groups. We're the Synthesizers. We will help.
So
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So you have chosen to work with King Quincy, I'm assuming.
You could say that. We have our doubts, but our goal is to figure out what's going on here and protect these people of this country, this world that seem to be being treated wrongly.
I agree with you. This place, ever since I got here 5 years ago, has been eating away at me.
I understand.
Yeah.
We will. Go ahead.
Sorry. Characters that talk slow, I kind of have problems with, because it's like, oh crap, I gotta get it out there. But I used to be a part of the group known as Rage. I was the 5th member, but I have no clue as to why no one has searched for me. It's almost as if the world has forgotten that I've ever existed.
I thought there was only 4 members of each team, though. You say you were the 5th one?
Yes, I woke up the same time that they did. We spoke to Quincy. We've done a few missions together, and then on one mission to figure out why the magic was spreading, we came down here to a tunnel. I sacrificed myself in the hopes that they would be free, which they left and promised that they would come back, but I've been down here the remaining 4.5 years.
I'm sorry about that. Your teammates are not the best people. And since we've gotten here, since we've woken up, they've given us nothing but problems.
That's very strange. They were always kind to me. The villagers around them always seemed to adore them.
Not anymore. Power corrupts, and if they didn't have it before they got here, that could explain it. But I give you my word. I will free you from that dragon. And we will get you back up to the surface.
I fear that might not be possible anymore. This wasn't a dragon before, but over the years, the roots of the magic have spread farther and farther across the land, and things have been attacking it more and more, so it's created a defensive barricade.
I would like to speak to the voice of the roots. That singing. You said that she's where?
I'm not quite sure. She does not speak for the roots, but she is, from what I can tell, helping it grow stronger.
Then we need to stop that.
She's based at the tear site, as we used to call it, in the heart of the Forbidden Forest.
We have business there anyways, so because it's more the reason to go.
I do have to say, be careful. The roots have created defensive walls and caused more and more creatures to be brought up from a different world as a defensive mechanism.
Well, they haven't met me yet. I say to him, like, I can try to... I could try to cut you out of that. What?
Oh,
I could try to cut you down, but my fear is that the roots will attack and make it worse for you. I give you my word that I will return to free you.
I understand. Oh, wait. And, wait, no. No, I need to speak with him one more time. And, you can kind of see the roots in the walls, light up, and it kind of sends lights to the dragon. And then the dragon closes its mouth. The crystals are see-through, but you can still see him, like, kind of hitting the inside of the mouth. But the dragon's head kind of leans back a little bit, and you can no longer hear him. And it kind of puffs smoke out of its nose.
Oh no. I might get a little bit wordy here, but Cannon steps a little bit forward and he says, "Okay, I see your game. You don't like the fact that someone can outdo you. Someone's threatening you. But you took me from my land, my God. And now you're hurting the people of this world. You're keeping a man held captive. I cannot just stand idly by and let you do that. You brought a war onto yourself. And I want to like slam my sword to the ground, but there's no point. Yeah, I said you've made an enemy of the fire dragon god Ignew. You've made an enemy of Persephone and Hades. You've made an enemy of whoever Milo follows. I don't know. But we are bringing you down. And I walk the other way. It's quiet. Did I lose you guys?
Yeah. No, I'm still here. But the other two.
No, we're here.
Okay.
It got quiet, so I was like, am I talking to myself now? So yeah, I walked out.
We're good to go.
Anything you guys want to add?
Wherever Kanan goes, I go. So,
Milo, anything you want to say to the dragon?
And I just kind of go, just, I don't know. I'm like, we're gonna be back, whatever you are, and kind of shrug and walk out of the room.
Just this like ominous dragon creature that's like expanded over the whole world. You're like, we're gonna come back.
Was I a robot?
No, that was great.
No, it was just the way you said it was funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, whenever you guys head back through the door, the whole like mansion is gone, and it literally is just a ladder that leads back up to the hatch.
Okay. Head back up there.
As you guys kind of breach the surface, Bodok like looks at you guys with astonishment and goes, and the little one goes, "Oh, Inferno, Persephone in the Virgo dragon." And the Draco is in there as well, and he's like, "So I assume that you have taken care of the dragon?"
Oh my god, you guys are robots!
What? We're not robots.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, you sounded like you were a robot.
Was it
Oh no, it was just kind of stuttering.
Hold on.
Oh.
Let me make sure the stream didn't goof. The stream made a goof, a gif. Let me make sure the stream didn't goof.
The stream made a goof. A gif.
Let me make sure. Okay. I think we're good. All right. So,
Yeah, now I can hear you guys perfectly.
no. The dragon isn't a dragon. There's a magic in this land that's spreading. The dragon is a defense mechanism. We have to go to the Forbidden Forest to try to defeat this thing.
Well, I feel like I got gypped because I sent you down there to stop a dragon. You come up without stopping a dragon.
Oh.
And I don't have gold or meat.
I will have a dragon for you. Well, not a dragon. I take that back. I kind of I not get up in his face like with intimidation, but I kind of step forward and I say, you do realize the more this magic spreads, the more likely your world will die.
Yeah, us goblins like to live in the moment.
Fair enough.
But we have noticed that since you guys have done this, all of the vines have stopped taking over our teepees. So, I'll consider it a trade. You take these 3 villagers back home, and we give the villagers...
What happened? You kind of cut out there for just a second.
What part did you hear?
You just kind of were muffled. What happened? Can you just repeat that last part? Sorry.
What did you hear though? Like, what was the last part?
He was complaining about not having a dragon being killed.
Oh, I got in his face and I said, your world's gonna die, so it doesn't matter. Hey.
Oh, okay.
And he responded, YOLO. But since you guys did survive, you can take these 3 captives that are still alive back, and we won't attack the village for a month.
And if I come back and get rid of this dragon, you won't attack it at all.
Oh, if you get rid of the dragon permanently, well, we won't need their stuff. We'll make our own.
All right. You have a deal.
All right. He holds out his little stick that he's walking with.
What?
For you to shake.
Oh, shake his hand?
Yeah.
All right.
Because remember, we don't touch people here. So he kind of shakes the hand or the stick.
Okay.
He's like, "All right, out of the village. You guys are gross."
Okay, then we exit. Where is Spin at?
He's he about that. He didn't actually go down the area into the area with you guys.
Okay.
You do see him on the outs, like over the fence, because you guys are tall enough to see him.
None of us are tall enough to see him.
Well, you guys are like kind of on a hill, and he's also in Kanan's armor, so he's taller as well.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
But he's kind of like not like flexing to himself, but he's like moving his arms with the bow staff, and he's like almost doing practice swings with it. And then he sees you guys, and he stands up straight. He's like, "Hey, the goblins didn't cause any problems, so we should be good to head home."
Good deal. Keep working on that. And I pull the box out and get sent out. What time is it?
It's about 10:48. No, it's about noon.
Okay.
So it didn't take it felt longer than it was down there in that strange dimension.
Okay.
But
yeah. We get on her and I say, okay. We either head to the Forbidden Forest or we Or we go deal with the elves?
Yeah.
I look at Sindri and I say, what do you want to do?
Well, problem is, I feel like there's a benefit to both. If we go to the Forbidden Forest, then we can talk to Merrill and give him the flask from the Lady of the Lake, which could also give us more insight about what happened to Baldy in there, which could cause the vines to not be around, and then we could end this goblin problem for the villagers. But that gives us a month to do that. However, if we go to the elves, we could get obsidian and see what's going on with that. So, pros and cons, we have a month to deal with the goblin issue and put that off, or go and look at the trade lines. I say trade lines.
Okay.
Unless you don't want to, that's totally up to you.
I do. Either way, we have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Trade lines for now, but I made a promise to him that I would bring him back.
And we'll keep that promise.
Alright. So to,
By the way,
yeah.
Could any of you guys, this thought just kind of hits your guys' head, can you guys recall his name?
Who?
Whose name?
The bald guy.
You didn't have one.
You didn't have one.
No.
Perfect.
He said no. He said I don't remember my name.
Excellent.
Okay. I wrote it down.
I was even waiting.
It's already setting in. Okay. Sven's like, well, actually, it's perfect timing for the trade routes because one of them will be passing by the town where Mr. McGogglehole is from our side to the Elvesville, or the Elves Kingdom, as they like to call it. They don't like calling their things villages because they feel like that makes them feel like peasants. But
Okay, then let's do that. You said his name was what?
Sven?
Not Sven. I know your name. You said Mr. Who?
McGogglehole.
McGogglehole.
McGogglehole. I can't say his name. Sorry.
Alright, then we will head that way.
Well, you guys get there pretty fast since, again, giant wolf.
Yep.
And as you guys approach the town, they fixed up the barricade a little bit, and Mr. McGogglehole, I forgot how I pronounced it the first time, so I want to keep throwing random nonsense in there. But the mayor is standing there talking to a caravan that has 16 carriages loaded to the brim with equipment, barrels, boxes, hay, supplies, and other assorted stuff. There is 5 elves, 6 dwarfs, and then 10 humans with the caravan. And one of the elves and one of the humans is talking to the mayor.
Okay.
Let's go to the mayor.
Alright, well, hold on.
Your boy, Mayor McGogglehugger.
Milo. I know you're a halfling, but you go speak to the dwarves.
Racism at finest.
Sindri and I will go talk to the mayor and the elves and the humans. I want you to figure out as much as you can about what they could be working on. And try to use your charming way that you have. Get them to like you.
Girls really like that robotic voice you do every so often.
Okay. Shouldn't be too hard. Everyone seems to like me.
Not
Favorite
everyone.
relative.
All right, so I guess Henry and I head over to the mayor, who is talking to the people.
Okay, I'm gonna start off with because they do seem a little bit busy, so they kind of ignore you guys approaching.
Okay.
But the dwarfs welcome Milo with one of them actually gets down from tying one of them up and goes, "Hey, Milo, I take it."
Yeah. How'd you know my name, friend?
Back in the city, that cat's been playing like 2 concerts a night, and he mentioned you in one of them.
Oh. What did he say?
Oh, it was something good. I think I was incredibly wasted, and also it was a very short part. But he did mention you.
I see. Short part.
Oh, yeah, you can't let those short jokes get under your skin. These elves over here are brainwashed by their master, and then these humans are a bunch of dimwits who just wants to follow whoever's leading the pack.
Wow.
I understand that. No.
Wow, such a great friend.
This is the dwarfs. They're rugged.
And no, short jokes don't bother me. I
Perfect.
like small. It makes people think of me as unassuming.
It's always good whenever they think you're so unassuming that you can't outdrink them. Then you drink them under the table. Am I right? And he kind of pats you on the back.
What is that? Yeah. So anyway, sorry, I didn't catch your name, friend.
Oh, me and my 3 brothers over here. Well, 2 brothers. I'm the third. We got Eeny, Meeny, and Miny.
Oh, they're not a Mo?
He tragically passed away in a coal fire.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, I'm just messing with you, bud. That is our names, but we didn't have no brother be stupid enough to die in a coal fire.
Oh. Well, that's good. That's good. Coal fires I've heard are pretty dark, pretty bleak. Not fun.
Yeah. Especially whenever you're in the caves trying to secretly mine obsidian for the dwarves.
Mining obsidian, eh? That's interesting.
You would not believe how hard that material is sometimes. Like, I get it's all strong and crap, but like, why does the dwarves need so much of it?
That is a mystery. What else? What else have you guys been working on? I see you're with the elves and humans. Like, are you guys have some big plan, or you just kind of happen to be traveling because you're going the same direction? It was just kind of convenient.
Well, we actually got a gig on this job. Us 6 have been specially chosen by our leader, the Dwarf King, to come down here and help this caravan, because us dwarves like to spread ourselves and make ourselves known, so we tend to help the humans out. And so we're mainly just workers on this caravan.
Oh, interesting. No problem. Having a hard day of work, you know.
Oh yeah.
I
Only
like
way to get the
I like to put my mind towards a project. So.
Well, actually, we probably would have use for someone like you, depending on, how you take the news.
What news?
Oh, you must not have been talking to any dwarfs recently. The world's ending, mate.
Oh, the world's ending.
Yeah.
That does put a damper on things. And what is your guys' plan?
Well, I can't get too deep into it. I've been sworn to secrecy, But
Yeah, of course.
Let's just say the king knows about this robot that might be able to stop the end of the world.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, the king, Quincy, is it? We've met him.
No,
He's,
no, not that lollipop. The king of the dwarfs, the true king.
Oh. I apologize. I thought you meant that idiot. But you say that your king knows of a robot. Well, that's very interesting. That could, and you said you might have need for someone like me. Like, what do you want? What would I be doing?
Well, I assume you guys are joining to figure out what keeps happening on these trade routes, right?
Yeah. Yes. We're just kind of traveling around, just helping where we can.
No, I do appreciate that. Lending a helping hand usually doesn't backfire on you. But we actually are down here because we're some of the strongest of our kind. And we're going to try to make sure that this caravan safely makes it to the Elven village. Strongest of our kind.
Very noble. Protecting the people that aren't strong enough to protect themselves.
No, they all rely on their magic ranged weapons.
Yeah.
Can't be a good old fashioned shanking the spleen or a broken neck. Am I right?
Yes, of course. You know me. Well, I mean, I guess you don't know much about me, but I've been in a few. I might appear small, but I've been in a few fair scrapes, once or twice, and obviously I'm here. So you know what happened to the people that got in my way.
Oh, real feisty. I like that. Well, listen, buddy. To keep this on the road, we're gonna need to finish loading up. But I'll definitely want to talk to you on the way. All right?
Absolutely. And which one were you? Were you Eenie?
I'm Teeny.
Teeny. Teeny. Yes. Well, tell Eenie and Meanie that hopefully we'll be seeing each other, and hopefully there's not any Mo problems.
Oh God, I know I'm gonna like you already, mate. And he kind of he jumps back up onto the cart and is securing the load. And we're going to jump to Serena and to the toddler. And
Okay. Alright, so
the mayor is talking to a high elf and a human.
Okay. We slowly approach, and we say, Mr. Mayor, we have come to an agreement with the goblins.
Oh. Well, that's mighty fine to hear. They won't be attacking our village anytime soon?
Kind of. There's been some more complications, but for the next month you're protected. But hopefully we can get to the bottom of the problem and get them away completely.
The elf's like, I would have just genocided all of them.
I heard this right.
Yes.
I said, oh, to each his own. But where I'm from, you don't cause war unless you have to. And we didn't have to with them.
Alright. Well, I'm more of a diplomatic man anyways. Okay. Wait a second. Wait. Okay.
You good over there?
Yeah. Sorry. The cat kicked the door in. My door doesn't like shut and like actually click shut all the way, so the cats can push it open. Sorry.
Oh.
I am Cedarwood.
Cedarwood.
Yes, it's good to meet your little group. I hear that you are a bit more level-minded than Rage.
I would hope so.
Yes. Well, we watched them assault the barricade the other night, and we were going to talk to them peacefully until they started cursing profanities at us, and the short, chunky one flipped us off.
Yes. And I'm talking to the elf, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I do apologize about that. I believe we have a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Control. Decorum works too. But we're also here because there's been an issue with the trade routes. Things have gone missing.
Indeed. That is why me and my compadres here are accompanying the humans and dwarf security team to get this load back to our lands before our highness has a complete meltdown.
I can understand. Do you mind if, not do you mind, so, I mean, could you tell me a little bit more? Like, is there a certain point when things go missing?
Well, originally it was the Troll Bridge, but those two seem to have found somewhere else to stay. Now it's along the coast, whenever the road gets a bit choppy on the way to the Elven Village. Here, if you'd bring up your maps...
Okay.
And whenever he says that, it kind of instinctually pops up.
Okay.
Boop, boop. Hit the pause button for a second. But how it's set up is north at the top of the map there is the two mountains and King Quincy's land, and it faces the ocean, like behind it. And then you can see the big wall connecting the two volcanoes together. And then going down, there's three paths. One of them goes straight down. It splits off to a couple different towns, but it mainly goes to the center of the world, which is a giant black spot on the map.
Okay.
And the road kind of like disintegrates as it goes down, so it like stops being a road.
Okay.
Then the one to the right goes over the two Troll Bridge, then across the coast, just a little bit, about halfway down the island, which is just the whole continent.
Okay.
And then it's a giant dome that is labeled the Elves Kingdom. Then the one on the left goes down around the coast. It's cut off by a huge mountain of crystals that cover like the lower left-hand quadrant. Like if you cut it into fours, the bottom fourth panel would be just covered in crystal mountains.
Okay.
But it also, like, it looks like a road was originally there, and at the bottom and over to the right a little bit is a big, like, hexagon shape with a big port, and it is the Dwarf's Kingdom.
Okay.
And then there's a pretty good body of water in between the Dwarves' Kingdom and the Elves' Kingdom, because the Elves' Kingdom, it also sets on like a peninsula almost.
Okay.
But the peninsula creates like a crater where the land goes around it like a moon shape, and it's filled with water.
I say, Cedarwood, would you mind if we, accompany you on these routes?
Well, if it can get this material back to the kingdom, then I'd say it'd be a mission success.
That being said, we would need to enter the Elf Kingdom if that's okay.
Why, actually, it would be important for everyone in this caravan to, once we get there, we'll need to have you come in and run a scan on you anyways.
May I ask what the scan is for?
Mainly to check for impurities, diseases that you might try to spread inside of our kingdom walls.
That's fair.
Pretty much anything that, any illegal magic items, like illegal customizations on armor or weaponry that might cause problems. Just kind of a safety protocol for like a border.
All right, that seems doable. Then we shall accompany you. Try to help you solve this.
Well, I will be with my other compadres, the two that I'm with. We shall be in the front carriage. Please refrain from talking unless it's important to us, but trying not to sound rude, we like our peace. And he kind of heads back. McGonagall kind of, like, has a hold of his jacket, and he's like, huh. And the humans, like, they are incredibly sarcastic, aren't they?
Well, you could say that. And, you are?
My name's Stitch. I'm one of the leaders of the caravans that make sure that everything's been going smooth. And I go on break, vacation, you might say, for like 2 weeks. Bada bing, bada boom. Now nothing can get in and out.
Isn't that how life goes sometimes? You think you've got a break and then it just goes to crap.
Oh yeah. Now the king's got me on like double shifts, where I'm gonna have to leave halfway through the middle of this transfer to make sure another one can get through a part, and then I'll have to come back.
Huh. Well, hopefully we can get this figured out. Well, it's nice to meet you, and I guess Sidri and I go over to Milo to let him know what's going on.
Hello, Leonopolis.
So, I walk up to him and I say, Milo, do you mind coming here for a second?
Sure.
We got the elves.
Sorry, I was.
Oh, you're good. Oh, we got the elves to let us follow them to the Elf Kingdom.
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
Now, I will say this. We all need to be on our best behavior when we're there. We need to use our wits, use our skills. So,
I agree.
That being said, like what we did with the Goblin Village, we're gonna have to do some, you would say espionage work, I guess.
You know me, I'm always down for some stealth stuff. Oh, by the way, you asked me to find out some information from our dwarf friends.
Yes.
So apparently, from what little I gathered, he was kind of, you know, he was talking really fast and, you know, just wouldn't shut up. You know, that must be really annoying. But luckily, he found me a friend. Apparently, he knew who I was because Sylvia wrote a song about me. That no telling what it was, but apparently they've been mining obsidian. Like that's what they've been like tasked with doing, is mining some obsidian. Also, their king, the dwarf king, thinks that the world's ending, but that they know they know of a robot who can stop it. Sounds very familiar. Oh. And yeah, I guess they've been tasked with following the humans and elves in order to make sure that these deliveries go safely.
That's fair. That's what the elves and the humans are doing as well. The robot. Alright. Whoever, and I look at both Cindery and Milo and I say, when we rest next, whoever has a dream or a vision of that robot again, follow that road. And if that road leads you to this country, there's something else happening here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The dwarves, another thing which we could have probably figured that, because he is an idiot. The dwarves don't think too kindly or highly of Quincy. So do with that what you will.
That's fair. They're probably not the only ones who feel that, but I say we follow this caravan to the Elf Kingdom, and we make our move from there.
And if anything, the dwarves have accepted me, so I can probably get them to tell me anything I wanted them to if I pressed the issue.
Well, good. Don't lose that footing. And then I walk away. Serena, are you still awake?
I have nothing to say. Cindery stays quiet unless she
I
wants
just wanted to
talk,
make sure.
so.
I just wanted to. That's all I wanted to do was make sure that you were still up.
I'm still awake. We do have doctor's
I was
appointments.
just in the middle of stuffing his face with whatever food.
Well, Mr. McConnell, Mr. Matthews,
Change his
Matthew
name
McConaughey, says to you guys, like, well, they're preparing their drive here at the town. They're going to some supplies before they go. If you guys want to take a nap or something, we've got an inn here, and I'm already having the inn cleared out for the rest of the group. So you guys could probably find a room or two, so you don't have to go all the way back to the castle.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, much obliged.
And so I put synth into her box, and
put the synth in a box.
And I guess we make our way to the inn.
By this time, all of the dwarves and humans, the 10 humans, the 6 dwarfs, and the 3 elves. The 3 elves are still in their carriage, but the 16 other people have already been in the inn, and they're kind of drinking, having a good time. Having a good time.
Having a good time.
The bartender is laughing with Stitch and kind of like patting him on the back and real buddy with him. And whenever he sees you guys walk in, he's like, "Hey, you guys want something to drink? It's on the house, but if not, we got the rooms already set up for you."
I am good, but if either of my friends would like something.
And I go, I'll take something to drink. What you got?
Oh, I got well, the stuff that's on the house is gonna be some of our ale. Pretty good ale.
Oh.
I make it out of apples.
Ooh, okay. Let me try that.
Alrighty. There's actually this thing that it came through with the magic, and my friend Stitch here pats him on the shoulder. And it's like he found this really cool machine that allows me to preserve the ale, and it lasts super long. So whenever I make the apple ale, I put it in here, and then you can just keep it for as long as you want. And he reaches behind the counter, and he pulls up a can of like it's like a yellow can. And it's got like a weird like tab on the top, and he's like, all you gotta do is whenever you're ready to drink it, you grab this little thing and you pull up on it, and it opens up a hole for you.
Oh.
I even figured out how to get my own label on it, and on the side of it, it says Mike's Apple Orchard Ale.
Oh my god!
God dang it! And I reach out and like pull the tab and like well, as they say, I don't know what they say. I forget I said that.
Robot.
It makes a bit of a hissing
as
sound.
I say, and then I take a drink. And what does it taste like to me?
Apples, but like apples that are on fire.
That's fair.
But like alcoholic fire, where it's like, oh, this is alcohol, definitely.
I'm like, yeah, this is neat. And I drink, and I want to. What's his name? The Stitch guy? Stitches?
Yeah, it's Stitch.
No, he's right next to me.
Yeah, he's the human. He's standing at the bar still.
And I'm like, say, I don't think I caught your name. My name is Milo Thorngage at your service. What's your name, friend?
Oh, name's Stitch. I've actually heard about you. That cat who keeps singing in the cities, talking about all of you.
What? Do pray tell. I love to hear stories about me. What did the cat say?
Well, it was a small ballad about how he feels as if you and him got off on the wrong foot. And something about, like, he had this long solo where it was like, oh, I didn't kill his parents, but he think I did. The things that I have not done can't be put upon me now, or something like that.
Sounds like a country song.
But
and I'm like, very interesting. Yeah, he's not all there, I think. But whatever. So anyway, tell me about this this expedition, or I've never seen so many people on one job before. Usually they just send 3 or 4.
Yeah, last 3 times they done that, I guess, they all ended up hung up from trees with their spines taken out.
Oh, well, Oh. Yeah, my mom and dad always said that you know, if you don't want to get your, hung up from trees with your spine taken out, you bring like more than 4 people. So, I mean, it doesn't really make sense as a, it's kind of more complicated as a nursery rhyme or like a warning because it's oddly specific, like, but, who knows what you're going to encounter out here. I can tell you, I've seen some things. I've heard some things. Anyway, so how long have you been doing whatever it is you're doing?
Well, I'm all up for a good chat, but we all need to get our rest. It's getting close to the end of the night, and we've got a 3-day trip ahead of us. But I'd be happy to tell you all about it tomorrow morning.
Oh, yes. You're right. It's been a long day. We had to fight skeletons. That was interesting. But yes, so let's all get some sleep, and maybe we'll talk more tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have a grand time.
You got that right, bud. We'll definitely have a time. And he pats you on the back and kind of heads off. The barkeep is rinsing out one of the cans. He's like, these things are bad for the environment, though. I gotta say that. They don't dissolve, but they can be reused for other stuff. Like you can make pretty good armor out of it. Material's a little bit weak, but sorry, I rant sometimes.
No, not at all.
I hope you guys don't mind, but we actually only had 2 rooms left available.
That's okay.
One of them's a room that has 2 beds in it, but the other one is a twin-size bed. If that's all right.
I don't need a bed, so a bed for her, and then I guess a bed for Milo.
I mean, if you guys want a bed, you guys are.
There's 2 rooms, one with 2 beds in it, and one with 1 bed.
Oh, well, I mean, we'll take the one with 2 beds, but Canada doesn't need 2 beds. I mean, Canada doesn't need a bed.
Well, I know he doesn't need 2 beds by himself. He's like,
wait,
3 beds.
What about Sven?
Milo, bring the bed in here.
Yeah, that's a good point. So Milo, you take the one with 2 beds. And you bunk with Sven, and then.
Oh, you guys really do care about him. I was gonna have him be like, "Oh, okay, and then just kind of like lay in the floor and be like, "Yeah, this is what I usually do."
I was gonna lay on the floor with my little knapsack.
Well, I mean, if Milo, if you have the room with 2 beds, then Sven could sleep in the bed across the room from you.
Yeah, that works.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Well, everyone heads to bed. Sven does, whenever he gets into the room, he's like, I hope you don't mind, but I don't like to sleep with my shirt on.
Okay.
Okay. And he gets under the covers and he pulls the green and red sweatshirt off. And then he pulls the Adidas pants off and puts them in like a pile next to the bed. But he's covered up. And he just kind of lays there silently.
Oh, so he's trying to tell you that he sleeps in the nude without telling you he sleeps in the nude.
And I'm like, real quick, Sven, sorry, I just realized that haven't really, talked at all. What brought you to, or how did you end up working with the king?
I was born into it. My dad was a jester, so I'm a jester.
But no offense, but aren't jesters supposed to be like happy? And you don't seem very happy. At least you don't seem happy with the king.
I wonder why.
Well, 25 years of being a fool tends to do this to a person.
Yes. I do know a little bit about being ridiculed. But I mean, why haven't you ever just left?
I don't know. I feel like I need to be where I'm at, or at least I need to be around someone of importance.
I see. Well, sometimes you just need to, when something's happening, you need to face the whatever hardship you're dealing with, and brave enough to, do something about things. Like, I know, like, I lost my parents when I was young, and I've blamed myself ever since for their death, because in that one moment, while they were being attacked, instead of fending off or attempting to fight off their attacker, I hid. Granted, I was only like, a 10-year-old, kid. I couldn't have done anything, especially with how small I am already. But I watched them die in front of my face. And ever since then, because of that one moment of me feeling like a coward, to honor their memory, I refuse to be afraid anymore. I refuse to be told how to live my life or what to do. And I try to, protect people as best I can, and, it's tough because, again, I know my limitations. I'm not going to be able to defeat anybody with just strength, because I'm, small. But maybe just inspiring someone that sees that despite my size, I'm not going to back down or be intimidated by people.
And as you're kind of saying this stuff, you begin to kind of hear snoring coming from him. It wasn't because of a lack of listening to you, but your soothing words has actually rest assured him pretty much. And it kind of soothed him to sleep.
I noticed that, and I'm like, works every time. And I just kind of, I pat him on his shoulder, and I kind of pull the blanket more over him, and I kind of just get in my own bed and try to go to sleep.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming the other two go to sleep as well, right?
Correct.
Okay. You at the foot of the bed again?
Yep.
Well, as you guys go to close your eyes, you practically know the drill at this point. Serena, this time, whenever you go to stretch your eyes, you can feel the wind kind of hitting you, and whenever you open your eyes again, you are standing in a snow-covered pathway that looks like it leads on forever. But there's a shadowy figure of a man standing down the road from you.
I'm gonna follow and try to go towards the man, or down the path towards the man. Is he towards the house or towards the path?
He's towards where you're heading.
Okay, then I'm going to follow on the path and try to catch up with.
As you're kind of going along, every other step seems to be bringing like visions of a different scene, but one of them is a group of dwarfs. Like, it looks like you're underneath blue ice, and there's dwarfs with pickaxes mining straight down towards you, but they look tiny. And every other step that you take, it's a different version where it's like, at first the dwarves are really far away, and then the next couple steps they're closer, and then they get a little bit closer. But the man doesn't seem to be getting any closer to you. And then, after a little bit of walking, the visions that you're seeing is you standing there, and then the dwarfs are kind of looking down, and one of them looks up and goes, "I think we found him." And then the next time it comes back to the snowy walkway, the man has turned around facing you, and he's like 5 feet away now, and it's just a black silhouette. And then you kind of go back to sleep pretty much. While this is happening, everyone is having nightmares.
Oh!
Yay!
Yay, nightmares! I like those. And it seems to be like at the beginning it wasn't bad; it was just something unpleasant. But now it's getting to a point where it's almost unbearable. And in fact, it's so unbearable for you, Milo, that you kind of like open your eyes, and it's still nighttime, but you're in your bed, and in between you and Sven, you can see like what the figure of a man standing over Sven's bed, and he notices you kind of waking up, and he turns and looks at you, and his eyes are like a deep purple shade, and he, like, it almost in an instant gets down in your face and grabs you by the mouth and says, "Sleep." And then you fall back asleep.
Oh, God.
And that is where we'll call it.
Dang.
Go home.
It's William Afton. It's William Afton.
No! Not the purple guy! Or the... What was it? The...
Oh, man. All right.
Yes.
Fellas, I was staying talk.
That'd be ironic. You told me to sleep, and then that's when I woke up.
I would...
What?
I was staying talk, but we gotta get up and take Aang to the clip place so that he can get fixed tomorrow. So...
Oh, you gotta give him lots of love and attention after he gets his wee chopped off.
Not his wee, but he'll still have that.
I have an appointment at 9, so I probably should go to bed.
All right. If we want to play later in the week before the weekend, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as I've got the day off. I mean, I'm fine with whatever.